Starting this video a little different with a little bit of work at the beginning. Hope y'all are enjoying this project. I'm to the point now, we got partial inner fenders in it, and I'm gonna pull the hood back off and see if we can't start getting some of the stuff mounted on the fenders. And then I gotta see about relocating the battery in the rear, because there's no room in the front to put the battery. So I got some wire, I got all the stuff to be able to put it back there. We're going to have to make a battery tray. Not a big deal. But yeah, I got to get the hood out of the way. Plus we got to brace up everything for the hood hinges anyways. So I need the hood out of the way for that. The main thing that really sucks about this whole thing is once you get it all together, you got to take it all back apart. But I'll show you what we got going on the front. Okay, in the beginning of the video, you see me cutting the wheel opening out because it was too far forward with the center of the wheel. So I measured it, found what I think was center. I moved it back 1 inch, and I also kind of flared it out just a tad. About 1.5 inches, or not 1.5 inches, about 1/2 inch. Nothing major. I did both sides. Went ahead and kind of half-assed body worked it. So looking a lot better. Now I had to trim this back. We're going to come up with something to kind of help hide that. Still got a lot of work to do on the passenger side. I still got to trim this back and get the inner fender wrapping around that to kind of hide it, make it look a little better. So let me get this hood off of here. And I'll show you, I got the front fenders kind of mounted in the front. So everything's pretty solid. So let's get this hood off. Oh, it's cold. Man, it's cold. Went from like nice 70s degree weather to 20 degrees. Just ridiculous. All right. Made this little doodad to hold up the hood. So let's go ahead and pull this. Let me find my tools. Maybe that'll fit it. I got a mess in this chop. Huge mess. I'm gonna try to do something, see if I can't get this thing to open up just a tad bit better. Let's see what we can come up with. May even change the hinges all together. I don't know yet. Lots of thinking, lots of changing, lots of trying and failing and trying again. It's a never-ending process. I don't know what that was. I gotta get this thing where it'll move. So that's my biggest goal right now. Just getting it where it'll move outside. So we gotta paint a Jeep. And I got some other work coming. And this has got to be able to get out of the way. All right, stay. Okay. Kind of reused some of the brackets off of the original front end. I was able to tie it into the core support on both sides and bolted all that in. I got this center fender kind of screwed in place, and this one lined up damn near perfect. I was able to put bolts in it. Like, this side has been so much more just better to work with. But you can see we got a bunch of electrical boxes to figure out. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to make a piece. I get these wires situated, man. That's the most aggravating thing about this whole project is getting the wiring figured out and routed and clean looking. So what I'm going to put here is basically a jump port, two remote terminals here, and I'm going to run power there and ground. Basically make a plate to mount all this stuff on. Same with this side. Try to get this stuff mounted and make it happy. The same with the cruise control. And all that mounted and happy. Still got to figure out air box. And this is a vacuum canister. Once I figure out where the vacuum line is going, I'm probably going to end up mounting this back here somewhere. It's kind of out of the way. So, and I really don't want to get into cutting a bunch of wires and having to rewire a bunch of stuff just to move it and get it out of the way. So yeah. This is going to be the most aggravating piece to work with. There's so many wires going to it, and it's really stubborn. So, gotta figure that out. So let me do some figuring on it. And while we got this hood off, we can figure out what we got to do to stiffen up these brackets and the fenders and tie everything back in together here for the hood hinges. And I got to take that hood hinge off anyway and notch it out for the air conditioning charge port deal. And yeah, so that's that. Okay, been in a little work off camera. This side on the driver's side, pretty much got everything I think where I'm going to relocate it to. I moved the vacuum canister to the back side of the motor. It's going to get mounted right there. There's a bracket right there I can mount it to. Shorten the vacuum hose up. Cruise control is going to get mounted back here. And then I got my wiring and everything's going to get grounded. All that's going to get put back right there. We'll figure out the air box. I may try to put just a cone filter on it. I don't know yet. Where is the damn thing? There it is. So originally, this thing's set kind of, I think it's set like this or something originally. So it's going to have to sit more straight, and there's just ain't enough room to do that with the stock one, and I don't really care about it, to be honest with you. So probably just going to pull it off of there, figure out something else, and go from there. I do got to put the map sensor back on it and be able to start it and all that kind of crap, I think. So this side, figuring out, we got a brace made here out of some flat stock. We got another piece of bracket made. It's going to go right there. Kind of hard to see. I'll bolt that right there, but I can't drill no holes because I can't get my drill in there. I don't want to puncture or hit the AC lines and make a huge mess. So now I'm working with these electrical panels. I wish I could hide it a little bit more, but I really don't care. I want to be able to get to it if something is to go wrong. So probably going to end up putting my 2 jump points right here. So these will go to the back side of them. Gonna mount all this. So I'm probably just gonna make a panel that mounts to this, drops down, kicks out, and these things got studs on them. Just mount that to there, and that'll be mounted. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Easiest way possible. Like I said, I wish I could make it a little cleaner, but I want to be able to get to it. I'm just going to put this fuse relay panel right there where the plugs, there's some plugs right there. I'm just going to mount that right there with some zip ties, to be honest with you. Just zip tie it to it. That way I can cut the zip ties, pull it off, pull the cover off if I have to change any relays. It's not a big deal. And we still got to make some braces for this one. See how floppy it is? And this one's a lot more solid now. So let's get started dealing with this side. All right, fuse power distributing box. Fuse power distributing box. See if I can't measure that and see tape measure. Oh, this is the tedious parts of this whole project. So that's also got an angle to it. So we're going to try to mount it best we can. I'll drop it down 1 inch from the top. I'll drop it down about, we'll go 1 inch and 1/4. Drop it down that way. This is going to get mounted with it. Look, go. Man, there ain't no wires, man. I'm gonna try to mount that with it. 1.5 inches. See if I can pull that bracket off of there. It might make it a little bit easier. Did it move? Yeah, it moved. Come on off of that. There's my bracket. Man, I wish I could unplug all this and just get it out of the damn way. Unplug that one. Get out of the way. You dang old electrical. All right. That's going to mount like this. Something like that. We're going to try to do it. Trying to make it where it's going to be happy. Can't do it like that, but then can't get to the fuse panel. Okay, I've been messing around with this piece of scrap. That's kind of what we got so far, but I'm gonna have to add on to it because it ain't quite enough for what I'm needing to be able to mount it to the top of the inner fender here. It's kind of hard to see with this in the way, and I just done by myself and can't really record all this, but trying to make it where it'll mount there and sit kind of straight. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough on my end to mount this. I'm not, so I'm definitely going to add to it. Dang, wires make it difficult. Basically, we'll mount in there like that. This will bolt to this, and we'll make another tab off of this, I guess, and add to the back side of it to where this piece can mount. I think that's actually the starter relay there. I gotta remove this old relay that's in the inner fender, get it out of the way. So I gotta make a little bit more of a bend here so I can put some screws on the bottom side. So let's do that real quick. Been using this table and a square tubing and one clamp as my metal brake. So until I can get more tools, this is the way I gotta do it, and it sucks, but it's the only way I know how to do it. It works. Now let's go test fit it again. I don't know, maybe you can see me a little bit better over there what I'm doing. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. We'll do that. We'll do that like that. I may just weld me on 2 tabs, be able to screw that down. And then I can, once I get the fenders all taken back apart, then I can screw it to the rest of the way down on the bottom side. I ain't be able to get to it with all this other stuff in the way. So now, yeah, let me go ahead and make some tabs. We'll just do 2 tabs off there, screw it down. I'll go ahead and mount this on there. That'll be like that. Make sure we're sitting level. We're sitting straighter than not terrible. It's probably gonna have a little bit of an angle to it, but it'll be okay. And we'll just build on or add on to this, and then we'll have something to mount this other relay to. And let me get that out of the way. somewhat mounted. I think it'll be good. This mounted, ended up going right there. I gotta get up under there and put nuts on it. I'm gonna put my jump pieces right here, I reckon. Let me grab them. Let's see. Start getting this battery situated in this thing. So I got these remote jumper tabs, or whatever you want to call them. So we're going to probably end up just putting them right there. So that means I got to run these wires somewhere else, get rid of the ends, just ground, mount it to the chassis. Then we'll run a wire back up from the chassis to this. And this side's pretty much figured out. And we gotta start figuring out that side, which ain't nothing really to it other than bracing that up, and everything else can only be done when I start taking it back apart. And get the battery. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that battery. So I'm probably gonna end up building my own tray. Kinda hoping I can put it right in that pocket right there. So all the air ride stuff will be here. I hope I can put it there, because I'm gonna build a thing to go over top of the top here. That way it's all level across the back. And then just this whole thing will lift up. You can get to everything, service everything like you need to, is the plan. I'm gonna get as far as I can today, and see if we can't get this done, possibly get the hood back on it. Then I gotta jack it up and figure out how I'm gonna run my wire for the battery. This is the tedious stuff that nobody wants to show you. Little tedious stuff. I gotta get this fender bolted up because it's wanting to move around on me. I gotta get it all tied in, the inner fender tied into the core support. Gotta do something here, tied in. Get all the stuff bolted. We're getting close though. All this tedious crap. I don't like it. Oh yeah, we got a new member on the channel. New member to BAM Nation. Yeah, we're up to 4 members on BAM Nation. We've got Green Bar Automotive, recent activity. Yep, Green Bar USA. Yeah, sure. WV Street Rods and Angry Yank. So let's put Angry Yank up on the mirror here. Alright, Angry Yank. We're gonna go right there. Alright. Angry Yank, WV Street Rods. Yeah, sure, and Green Bar USA. I do appreciate it, being a member of the BAM Nation. So we got a bunch of stickers up there now. The mirror's getting a little bit fuller. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing lately and following this wagon build, whatever you want to call it. It's a poor man build, I can tell you that much. I'm trying to not spend no money on it and making what you can, and yeah, so it'll be a nice car though when we get done with it, hopefully. All right, got these little babies. Let's see what we're gonna figure out here. I ain't gonna be able to pop no holes in it that way, but if I mount them straight up and down and just make a plate, I might can do something. Mount them right there. Try to get them down kind of low. They're kind of out of the way. I might tie it in here and tie it into the core support for a little bit of strength. Need a little bit of strength in it. And then you'll be able to jump the car off, just in case something was to happen. You'll be able to jump the car off a lot easier instead of having to dig through the back of the car, especially if you got stuff in the back. You want to take it all out. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Could be a complete waste of time. I don't know. I just figured it'd be better to have them than not have them. Yeah. Getting all this wiring situated, man. Then I can run my wires over this way. The plate will kind of cover up any other kind of ugliness on top of that. So, that being said, get down in there. You get down in there. Probably cut me a piece of poster board and bend it around. See if we can't come up with something. It's like arts and crafts when you're in school. We're just going to bend a nice little bend right there. Happy little bend. Just a happy little bend. Bend it a little bit right there. A little bit right there. I don't have any scissors. So yeah, being better if I had some scissors. We don't have no scissors. Cut a little bit more off of it. Kind of getting there though. Marker. We need the marker. Do 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 do. Maybe. No, yes, no, yes, maybe. Run some screws. I think so. I think that'd be fine. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully. We'll just run some screws in it. I think we have plenty of room to do all this. I might put them in there. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I'll get it mounted. And go from there. Get some screws. Self-tapping screws in for right now until we start taking everything apart, and then we can put inserts in, whatnot, to be able to screw it in, bolt it in. I got things gonna keep moving on me. There we go. So there's that. I can take this clamp out of here now, because that ain't going nowhere. Now figure out where we want these things and how I want them. I'll just do something simple, about like that. Simple does it. So we'll get them mounted in. And man, I don't feel like jacking this car up. Start running cables. Get all that done, then this thing will be able to move under its own power. And I should be able to open the doors because everything will be bolted and should be where it's going to be at. Shouldn't move. All right, here's that piece. Let's put it back in there. Get all the metal shavings out of the way and screw it back in place. All right, come on. Oh, the screw. Always missing a screw. There's always one screw that goes missing. All right, there's that. Looks pretty good to me. Oh, there's a screw. Found a screw. That ties all that together, so that's awesome. Let's see, we still got to do some figuring with this. And then that's got to get bolted down. Oh, that'll be hunky-dory. I got the bracket made to go on there for when we take it back apart. Now I gotta do something on this side and get the hood hinge braced up a little bit. Probably gonna do something similar like we did on this side. Have to make another one of them little brackets wherever I did with it. It's probably gone forever. Probably make another one. There's no telling what I did with it. It's garbage. That's garbage. It'll turn up. It more than likely fell down there with everything else. There it is. There's that bracket. May have to make another one of them on that side as well. Whew. Let's see, what else can we get done today? Well, I got this side somewhat braced up. I got to do a little bit more work to it, but I got a piece down there, kind of hard to see. I haven't really been doing a lot of filming on it because it is tedious and it's kind of hard to film doing a lot of this tedious stuff. Can't really see in here. This is like building a car in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Sounds kind of like Iron Man.
Possible. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
It's kind of what we're doing. This is like being in a cave, and yeah, it's all braced up. This is pretty much how that's going to be once we get everything taken apart and I can get up under there, tighten everything up, run my cables to these pieces, then run cable to the back for the battery. It's probably going to be a tomorrow project. It's all tied in. Made this piece, rebent this, welded it, tacked it on there. So core support's tied in. All that is good. We're well on our way now. It was a pain in the butt doing that down there. It looks pretty good though. Next thing is going to be trying to brace all this back up back here. I got to run me a wall, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. Probably going to have to get some metal. Probably going to have to go get a sheet of metal to bend, and I'm probably going to do it in little sections because I don't have a brake. So I'm going to do the best I can. But I think after tomorrow we'd have a moving around car with the doors opening and closing and maybe get the hood back on it, and hopefully, even though it don't open as far as I want it to, at least it opens. Is what it is. But I'm gonna hit it hard tomorrow. And hopefully, I don't know how cold it's supposed to be, but hopefully it ain't as cold as it was today. And we'll get a lot more done. So I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Okay, it's next day. Been here, already been working, trying to get the battery in the car. I got all this hooked up, wires in there. I didn't record it because it's just running some wire. I got chassis ground here, got it run along the chassis on the bottom side. Chassis grounded it here, and I put a bracket. It's kind of hard to see because I ain't got no light, but I made a bracket and zip tied the wire to the bracket to keep it from possibly hitting the tire if it was to ever try to do so. And the battery's just sitting here for right now. Everything's hooked up. Got a body ground here. Also got a body ground up front, but we ain't got it hooked up. I'm gonna wait till I get a lot of that finalized up there. I'm just trying to get the car where I can move it. I gotta build me a tray box, put that in. But this is just to get the car to move. I'm gonna check my relay. That's pushed in. Okay, well, we got that turning. Now I just gotta figure out why I ain't got fuel pump kicking on. Fuel pump's not kicking on. I gotta hook up the map sensor. I wonder why fuel pump ain't kicking on. Could be a ground. Hard to say. So, gotta mess around with it a little bit. I need this wire right here. This is the body ground. If I can get it out. Yeah, give it to me. All right, there. I could probably just clamp that there for right now. Just a temporary thing. Should be some other grounds. I'm probably just gonna clamp them also. These right there. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I think just hook them, get back to every screw. Maybe that'll give us some kind of ground. Get some right in them. I know you go on there. There's that. See if it changes anything. Motor spins over good. That's a good thing. Well, damn. What the problem is. I don't see no blown fuses. Wonder why the fuel pump ain't kicking on. That's weird. Gotta do some figuring. Okay, I just run the grounds to some screws just to kind of go ahead and ground, make sure everything's grounded. So I think one of them fuse boxes over there has a ground, and if it ain't grounded, it's not gonna power nothing. Oh yeah, here, fuel pump now. It runs. Yay! Cool. Now, I'm just going to put the wheels on it, get it cleaned off. Probably throw the hood back on it for right now. And get her outside. I got to get the shop cleaned and we got to get started back on some work. Got a lot to do. So I was contemplating on going ahead and popping these springs out and kind of whacking a coil off of it, but I don't know if I want to get into all that today. I don't know yet. So let me get this all cleaned up. It's got a bumper. I was just playing around. I just wanted to sit up there and see if it fit, and it fitted. There's two holes in the bottom of the core support. I'm not going to leave it there, but the brackets go right up under the frame, and then there's two holes that lined up perfect to get the bumper on. And I put bolts in there, so it's bolted to the car. I just got to make some brackets coming down off the frame and actually have some actual strong points, because if it was hit something tied to the core support, it's just going to tear up all kinds of shit. So I'm to the point now, I'm going to cut the tabs off the doors and see if we can get this thing outside just to get a little look at it. 'Cause I'm tired of looking at it in here. It's dark and cold and depressing. So let's cut these tabs off and hopefully nothing moves other than the door opening and closing. All right, I'm gonna do the back one first because I just want to. There's 4 or 3, however many it was. I'm gonna go over and cut the other side off. The fender didn't move. That's cool. Door don't want to open. Boy, all right. Still a turd, but it's a better looking turd. It's moving under its own power. That's what I wanted. That's what I was after. Wheel arches moved back 1 inch, flared. We got a hood that kind of opens somewhat. Right now it's just sitting up there. And we got the battery relocated to the back. Got inner fender somewhat figured out. That's a good thing. Now I've just got to get some metal on the bottom of it and get the bumper more tidied up. That's going to matches up perfect with the front of the fender there. Pretty stoked on how it's turned out so far. So, sad to say, I'm going to take a break from this one. I got to make some money. This one ain't paying, so we got to get some paint work done, knocked out. So it's probably going to be a few videos before we get back on this one. I want to thank all the members to the BAM Nation. I want to thank all the new subscribers, all the subscribers. I appreciate everybody following the build. I hope y'all enjoy everything I do, and don't go nowhere. We are going to get back on this one, and I got some more stuff up my sleeve that we're going to try to work on project wise, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. And go back and watch some of my old videos. We appreciate you.